In this video, I'll be sharing you the two topics I've chosen, which are grub password recovery and fail to ban for HTTPD or web page authentication. We'll start with grub password recovery. First, power on the VM and quickly press the Shift key to enter the grub menu. Then press E while it's displaying the grub boot menu. Once you've successfully entered, you should see this bootloader set parameter screen. Scroll down and search for the line that begins with Linux. And then replace RO with RW so that you change from read only to read and write. After that, add an additional parameter init equals /bin/sh right after the quiet parameter. Then press Control X to save the changes. Now type the password command and change the root password to password with the and digit 0 and an exclamation at the end. Now type touch/auto relabel to create or update the timestamp of the file. Then type execute equals /sbin equals /init to reboot the system. Now that the system is up and running, log in as root via GUI in the server. Take note that you should use the password with the digit 0 and exclamation mark. Then it will work. You may want to change the password back to one WER dollar hashtag at exclamation mark. On client, login as root by GUI and start a new terminal. Then type this command grub2 set password to set a grub2 password for the root user. When prompted for the password, type Oracle 10 with the digit 0 at the start. Then recreate the grub2 for configuration files by running this command. And a grub configuration file should generate. To verify the grub menu is password protected, restart your client and try to repeat the password recovery steps. In this case, you should not be able to do so unless you have entered the correct grub user ID, root, and password. And this is what you should get. Now let's move on to fail to ban for HTTPD or web page authentication. On server, make sure you log in as root. We need to add an EPL release repository to the system. To search and install, type DNF search Oracle-EPL-release. To install and release the EPL-release repository, type DNF search Oracle-EPL-release. To add in EPL-release repository to the system, type DNF search Oracle dash epal dash release. Not installed yet. Type DNF install Oracle dash epal dash release. You see this line, that means you should have already installed the epal dash release. But if you don't have it, you should run that command. Check if fail to ban has been installed yet with DNF info fail to ban dash firewall D. If you see this one, see the installed packages, it means that you should have installed the fire fail to ban package. Now let's try to start the fail to ban service. But before we do that, make sure you cd to slash etc slash fail to ban slash jail.d. Start the fail to ban service now by typing system control start fail to ban. And then verify if the fail to ban service is running by typing system control status fail to ban. And you should be able to see the status. Just press Q to quit. Now let's verify if fail to ban is running and the sshd.jail is set by typing fail to ban dash client status. And to check if there are any banned IP addresses, type fail to ban dash client status sshd. Now you can verify a system if it has any IP tables chain objects by typing IP tables dash capital L. Verify if your fail to ban is protecting your SSHD from brute force attacks. Let's go to our client VM and type this command ssh st2412 underscore las at our server IP address. And just type random passwords. Because it's a brute force attack, you should get up to 3 failed attempts before access is denied. In the above session, the attempts all use wrong passwords, like I said, and then will trigger the fail to ban effect. Now on the server, let's check if there's a blacklisted IPO for SSHD access by typing fail to ban dash client status SSHD. Now let's verify if a new IP tables chain has been defined by typing IB tables on dash capital L. And you should see that a new chain appears with the name F2B dash SSHD. Now verify if the slash var slash log slash secure file logged the invalid attempts by typing this command. You should see all the words in red field passwords show you that they are wrong passwords. Now let's reset the server settings by stopping the fail to ban and SSHD jail gracefully by typing fail to ban dash client stop SSHD and stop the fail to ban server by typing system control stop fail to ban and check its status with IP tables dash L and capital L. And that's it for the video. Hope it helps.